All right, good day. This talk about being able to see what happens in price action and using it to understand what may happen next. Hence, the saying, price is fractal, what has happened before can and will most likely happen again. Well, that's one of the reasons why I am embarking on a 30 or this That's one of the reasons I'm embarking on this 30-day backtest challenge where I'll be studying through previous price action and taking notes of what had happened before and using that to form or build an arsenal of models or different price model uh, that can help traders have themselves or help me myself have more trading edges or more trading model. So very well, this is day 13, and if you are just joining us, kindly hit the subscribe button as today's edition is very much solid in the sense that while I was studying through this, I myself was wowed at what I found. So very well, I'll be sharing that with you. Um, One more thing, please. No need for this. So on my screen, so on my screen, over here is or was where I had this um, aha moment today. But then um, rolling it back a little bit, I was able to still connect the dots as regards various other um, price action inside this delivery that one can take note of and also add to its, trading arsenal. Very well, I'd like to clear up this section so that we can start afresh and study from each and everything that was noted on this um, price chart. Oh, God. Well, if you're just joining us, kindly note that this is a free will series which I embarked on uh, coming back into trading after about 2 years of going away and putting our feet in building Divine Trader, standing as the next biggest crypto hub that's providing crypto education and financial services to the Nigerian crypto economy, crypto space, crypto community. And also, this section of the 30-day backtest challenge is proudly sponsored by Backtest NG, which is a reliable indigenous Nigerian um, platform that helps traders bridge the gap when it comes to accessing the financial um, market and enjoying premium trading view services at a pretty affordable price. So very much you can check the link in the description for my personalized coupon code and purchase an affordable trading visa so that you can also be able to at least backtest certain models and price action that you would want to and you would very much be in a much more confident position as regards taking trades. So over here today, I have cleared as much as needs to be cleared. Even up until this point, where part of areas where I, you know, came in contact with after studying what I studied on this point, because for me, I wanted to see or know why price came back into this point, because yeah, this is the bull market, and this is the 2024 2025 bull market, and the altcoin season is just by the corner. So very much this action of studying how price reacted in previous market scenarios around this same period would most likely help in taking informed trade action and trade decisions in this current bull market. So now, this is Bet.ai, which as an asset on its own has pretty good fundamentals. I'm not giving this as an alpha, but this is simply something that I am looking at a very promising asset due to the rise of um, the whole AI craze and stuff like that. So, but you can check out the fundamentals properly, and there'll be a baseline video on how to um, perform basic fundamental guides as a crypto enthusiast or investor that wants to make the most of this 2024-2025 bull market. So now, without further ado, let us roll into the session for today. So over here, I noticed this downtrend. I noticed this downtrend that's I marked it from the highest low, and we can see price creating us a series of lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows. So, but now at this point, um, although it's not something I am familiar with, but the concept of change of character, or let's just call it change of structure, is something that's notable that played out here, and this gave the basis of the reasons why I even sought out this whole price action to be something that's worthy, because it has like a progressive print of information that one can study and take note of as an added arsenal to trading. So now, at this break of this video, um, you can see very much the price came to this point over here. Price came to this point over here, but this was an equal high, and dragged back to this point, then you know, moved upward, moved upward to this point. So now this is where my price action um, interest is, which is this fair value gap that price came back into, and peak to the upside. So now, for me, let's properly modify the whole equal high talk and see for ourselves. So checking the OHLC, the high of this candle is at 0.311 cents at this point, and also at this point it's 0.311 cent also. yeah, so that's one. Second is this massive order block at this point. Um, and all right, you can see that yes, price tapped into this other block and broke below this point a little bit. Then created this equal high, and there was also a price action here, but I'll share that most likely either at the end of this video or um, if it's too bulky, I mean this one, maybe I'll share it in the next session of this series. So kindly subscribe, turn on post notifications if you're looking at keeping up with this um, um, series to help you understand from practically real life price action. I mean, you can go on your chart on TradingView and check on this information and see also for yourself. All you just need is really to have it, have your TradingView premium subscribe, of which you can use backtest tools as earlier mentioned, and maybe on your own, just on your premium subscription wherever you are, and study through this previous price action. I mean, this is around the 2021 bull market. This is around June, July. Okay, from around May to July. Um, that's like the price action period for this whole point. So let's get back to what we were sharing. You know, you can see that price broke this lower high over here, and literally that was where price came back to after the break to mitigate and start moving back up. So, but then one other thing I was able to pick from this point was a money transfer that had happened. Now, if you look at this particular candle, the high is at 0.439 cents, yes, and over here, the high at this point is 0.441 cents. So over here, this was where actually broke above the structure point, and 439, yes, and that's it. Sorry, 439. Hmm. All right, so this was considered this was one that broke above it. This is on the higher time frame. So we're moving into lower time frame to get more bias. So, but then um, this is where I've got my eyes on, and this other block here that broke above the structure we can see was or is mitigated. Yes. So there was this ticker I put over here. Yes, to kind of show that this was where invalidated price, and this point left some level of liquidity because it had mitigated the money transfer from this point, from this other block now to the fair value gap. So now, and also this other block that engineered the um, break of this low, engineered the break of this low, and was also retested to, near the break of this whole law was also broken or invalidated after the creation of this imbalance here. So now this is what we can take note of thus far on the higher time frame. So I'll be moving down to the lower time frame to share more of what I am able to pick from this. Okay. Alright, so now this is where we have our eyes on, but um, let's take a view at this on the lower time frame to see, yes, if it actually corresponds with what okay, yes, okay, okay. So now we can see that this internal point that broke this law has to be was invalidated again by this point, then mitigated and broke above the entire you know, um, section. So now over here we are streamlining our eyes to this point to see what price action presented us. So let's scroll down to the 1 hour time frame. Alright, so on the 1 hour time frame, um, I can see this order block. I can see this order block that was created after the break of this newly formed high here. And let's also take note proper on this mitigation. Okay. Then I'm check this on much lesser time frame to take note of. So, but then here being our point of interest, uh, I tried scrolling down to much lesser time frames while studying this. So, but then, to an extent, trading view limits the delivery it gives as regards the length of time. So now, I'm not going to try to fool anyone. If I had seen this, then this other block would have been one of my, sorry, this fair value gap would have been one of my interest points for this other block. But then let's take note of what price actually did. Okay. like I said, this other block, although I know if you can, you will be able to reach much. See, I can't go beyond. We're able to like reach more um lesser time frame. Um, I should be able to decipher this entry point more to see um, which renowned area would have given us an entry. So, but one thing to take note of is that there was also a mitigation at this point. So, this is like an empty point. So, if we scroll down to much lesser time frame, this could have given us most likely another block due to this, you know, dip down and move back up. So, um, but then we really can't ascertain that. So let's presume that price came into the original POI, which was this whole um, previously highlighted other block region, and now one thing to take note of would have been, I think, a confirmation trade. Let's see if we could have gotten an entry or something like that on this. All right. So here on the 1 hour time frame. Oh God. On the 1 hour time frame, scrolling down to the 30 minutes. Let's check 450. 450. Wow. So let's check. Wow. So pretty much this this was it. Let's say it's not by risking, 2% to back a 23%. That's like an 11 hour get, and pretty much even on the 1 hour time frame, this other block enough was, and the proper entry point. So um, very much all of this is um, cut across from a series of topics or segments or areas that we are familiar with as traders, talking about fair value gap, liquidity, break of structure, um, order blocks, and trends. So compiling all of this and interpreting what the price or the market or the chart is doing through them is how I'm looking at carving out a trading edge, because you don't want to impose your thoughts thinking on a market you don't have zero control over. Rather, you want to most likely study from the chart and put yourself in that position as a student to learn from what the chart is saying, take notes, and maybe now take your trades or execute your trades as an examination of what your study or learning has yielded thus far. So basically, that's one thing I'm taking note of. And I made it known that the concepts of this whole, um, what they call it, the concept of this whole 30-day backtest challenge will be extracted as regards the day-to-day models that we pick and study, will be extracted and maybe compiled into a compendium or a journal and shared to the members of the Divine Trade community. So if you're looking at getting access to maybe a much clearer written walkthrough on these models, you should check the link around this video to become a member of the Divine Trade community. So this for me today was what I had taken note of on this whole price delivery. Yes, on this whole price delivery. So if you have any thoughts, comments on what was shared today, or what was drilled today, you can most likely make it known. I made mention of seeing various or another approach on this whole price drill, and I can even start sharing them on this discourse. But then I'm thinking I should leave that for another day. But let me just point some of those things out, which are okay. Over here we can see that before the creation of the equal high, there was this other block, which after the creation of this equal high, price came back to mitigate and move now break above structure. Now, at the break of this structure point, price is creating this other block, sorry, this fair value gap, and coming back right to mitigate it and push back to the upside. So I feel like there's a lot of itinerary price movement over here, and this kind of shows that price doesn't move randomly. My senior colleague trader Kessie would always say something I got from him was price moves from consecrated regions of buying power and to sell power. So that range, there has to be certain regions where price move from and move to. There are major concentration regions, there are minor concentration regions. So the job as your job as a trader is to understand this price movement, ride this price movement, and know how to maximize it in the terms of it being a high probability trade, and know how to minimize it when you're talking about mini movements from mini structure points or mini consecration points to mini concentration points on those mini price movements. So knowing how to become fluid in various market scenarios and adapt to some of these things that we are seeing is what makes us grow as traders, because the market is always moving, the market is always yielding and showing us things to learn. So we adapting to what is being taught and taking it will very much be one of the best ways to get ourselves in a very much better position. And also one more thing before I call it a day. Uh, Over and across the last 5 years as a crypto trader, it's been a bit of a juggle to find how best to pour out um, the knowledge I've learned and share it to the public. So far, I'm deciding to utilize this YouTube channel to ensure that I put up more educational content. So ensure you subscribe, and also um, I'm offering a free 30-minute consultation session with anyone who's watching this that wants to get a hang of this trading thing, get better at trading crypto, understanding blockchain, and getting into Web3. And very much you can hit that consultation button around the description and schedule a free one-on-one consultation with Divine Crypto and get clarity to certain lead notes that you want to understand about the crypto industry. And also, if you are looking at making the most of this incoming bull run or altcoin season, then at Divine Trader, we have a specialized offer where you get to access premium profitable trade from our list of trade experts, get access to um, a list of finely researched and curated altcoins, as we have called in previous bull markets that did well for our community members. We are calling out another list of these altcoins, and also you get access to these community mentors. And not just that, you are going to be educated or provided with direct tutorials on how you can perform basic fundamental research on altcoins that are going to boom in this bull market all by yourself. And also, this is catered for persons who want to make the most of this bull market but don't have proper knowledge, time, and skill to do so. So, if that's something that you're also getting, looking at getting access to, kindly tap the 10x all season workshop. And when you join the Divine Trader community, and team members will fill you in on what you need to know as regards that project and how you make the most of your bull market and 2025 altcoin season. And see you on the next session of this 30-day backtest challenge.